So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I am your host, Hector, and today we're talking about the brand new album by the band Dogstar. And Dogstar, for those of you that don't know, is a band that had some albums in the late 90s, but we're most known because their bass player is actor Keanu Reeves. We all know who Keanu Reeves is, so they got a lot of attention because of that. And they put out an album in 2000, but then they broke up. But they got back together, and now in 2023, they're releasing their third album called Somewhere Between the Power Lines and Palm Trees. And it's 12 tracks, 40 minutes in length. And the best way to describe this sound is soft rock alternative from the 90s. That is the style. They're not doing any different. They're sticking to what they know on this record. So this record, it would be unfair to just say that this is Keanu Reeves' band because there's more to it than that. You have Brent Dumrose on vocals, and his vocals are very reminiscent of bands from the 90s that play these styles. I think of the Wallflowers, Better Than Ezra, The Verb, Pipe, bands like that have that type of style that's like alternative, but it's like a soft pop rock alternative. And to have the sound of the band complete, you have another actor there, Robert Mailhouse. He's the drums, and he also does backing vocals. And he was on Keanu Reeves on Speed, but he's a lesser known actor. So the three of them make the sound of Dogstar. So yeah, this is an album that it's very easy listening. When I was listening to this record, this is the type of record that I like to put early in the morning, especially if I'm taking the kids to school. It's some soft rock, alternative rock that I can put with them and they won't be scared. So yeah, it's very melodic. There's a lot of melody in the songs. I like the vocals on this record, and some might say, hey, this is that rock territory, but you know what? I'm at that, so whatever. And I haven't seen anyone talk about this record. It came out at the beginning of October, so yeah, there was a lot of stuff, but I did want to speak a little bit about this record because I think the band could get pigeonholed because they have actors in it, and sometimes bands with actors get like a bad rep because people say like, oh, they're gimmicky, they're not good. But actually, this is a very solid record, very enjoyable record. It doesn't do anything that I would say like, they're doing something that has never been done. But I think what they're doing with Dogstar, they're doing this for the love of music. Obviously, Keanu Reeves knows that this is not gonna make him a super famous musician, but when you see interviews of the guys talking and playing, you can tell that they are having fun. And this is a fun record. Make no mistake about that. So let's talk about the tracks that for me stood out a little bit. So they have a single for this album that is Everything Turns Around, and this is a mid-tempo track. So the bass on Everything Turns Around is pretty, it's Keanu Reeves is not doing like something very flashy. His playing is very consistent, and I saw in an interview that he likes the bass lines from The Cure and Joy Division. So those are his idols when it comes to the bass playing. But a song like Overhand really has a very thick bass to it that I really think made the song pretty cool. And it starts at the beginning, and I like it because it's very upfront in the song. And that's a cool track, more mid-tempo as well. How the Story Ends is a very good song, especially lyrically. The lyrics on this album, are pretty good. They talk a lot about different things. There's some songs about like love, for example. And How the Story Ends, I think the singing is top notch again, and it's very emotive song. So I really enjoyed that one. Then you have songs like Dillon Street that have harmonica on them, and harmonica is not used enough in rock nowadays. So when I think of harmonica, I think of Blues Traveler from the 90s. They used it a lot. So that one with the harmonica also made it a little bit different sounding. Then you have a song like Glimmer, and Glimmer is like the romantic ballad of the album, and it's all about, in the lyrics they're thinking about like a glimmer of hope, about thinking when you're with someone. So it's pretty relatable lyrics. Then you have songs that are more up tempo, like Sunrise and Upside, that really pick up the tempo, but it's always mid tempo. It's never like super fast, but it's not slow at all. And I enjoyed those tracks as well. And the album ends with Breach, which is like a 2 minute and 45-second song, and that's like the fastest song on the record. And it also has a great part with the bass that it's in the middle of the song that I really enjoyed as well. So in conclusion, Somewhere Between the Power Lines and Palm Trees, it's a very solid rock album. If you like that soft pop rock from the alternative from the 90s, you will enjoy this. Go with an open mind, Don't think about it just like because it's the band that has Keanu Reeves on it. I know a lot of people will just check it out because of that, but I think this is good music that you can listen to. It's music that you can listen to like early in the morning when you don't want to listen to something like super harsh. And the music is good, it's solid. They're not doing anything mind-blowing or different, but everything works. So I really enjoyed this album, and I think Dogstar should get a second chance in music and have a little bit of success, because I think it's music from the heart, from real people. So what do you think of Dogstar, Somewhere Between the Power Lines and Palm Trees? Did you even know this was a band? Tell me, I would want to know, what are your favorite tracks from this record? And name some other bands that have famous actors in them, because I know there's a few. So until next time, remember, I'm nearing 1,000K, so please give me a like, subscribe to the channel. That helps me to get to more people like yourself so we can keep growing. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.